All right. Are we live? Um, Looks like it. So, yeah, well, I swore to myself I would hop online and stream at least a little bit every day. So, yeah, here we are, Saturday night. It's 8:17 here on the East Coast in the US. And yeah, we're going to look through the Upwork listings, jobs you might like. Um, And Devin is not talking. Maybe he's still waking.
Good evening, everyone. Here I am again, Devin, your trusty robot sidekick.
All right. So hopefully I remember more to ask Devin stuff. But yeah, all right. So what's more pathetic than browsing Upwork on a Saturday night? Well, maybe posting on Upwork, but I'm curious what kind of listings we see here or jobs. So maybe I find something to tackle. Probably have something negative to say about any and each of them, but let's see. Oh, starting with a good one. Hourly $35 to $55. Front-end developer for React Node Next.js. Looks good. We're seeking, need to hire 2 freelancers to create a visually stunning and user-friendly website. The ideal candidate should have experience in developing front ends using React, Node.js, Next.js. Yeah. You will be responsible for implementing design mockups, building interactive features. Okay, all right. I like doing my own design mockups. Collaborating with the backend developers to integrate APIs. Now I like backend more than front end. So, as a full stack developer, I really like to do all. And I wish they would have said here what they use on the backend, but I don't know. I mean, this could be good, except, I always don't like if they don't tell you, what is the UI, component library? What kind of NPM packages do they use? Is it TypeScript? Probably, but is it cloud? Typically, often not just front end, so hard to stand out, and they'll probably be inundated, but at least, okay, here we have Python, and they're in the United Kingdom, so wow, it's even later for them. Now, I guess it's right after midnight for them. And it's, JavaScript, okay. SQL, okay, I could bring in my SQL. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, United Kingdom, I don't know, they would hire somebody from the US. Next, Chrome extension for job requirement detection from emails. Okay, and I have to keep an eye here on my bingo board. Let's see here. Do we have anything? Build. Okay, it's not really a job board, so let's see what they want. To automatically detect job requirements in emails, extract relevant job details, and queries an external API to determine the number of matching candidates in a sourcing platform. All right. So this could be maybe a recruiting agency that wants to maybe use a large language model to detect job requirements from emails, and then query maybe LinkedIn or their, probably LinkedIn, or some other platform. Could also be like a large company maybe that is working, maintaining their like database of candidates or something. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Okay, kind of, all right. Be a Chrome extension, okay. E-job details, yeah, probably recruiting agency. Okay. The extension will display the number of matching candidates directly within the email interface. Yeah, I don't know how the LinkedIn API works. Probably you can retrieve only the people maybe that you're connected to or whatever, and can search within those where you can see profiles. Okay. Users will have the option to click a button within the extension to view more details or take further actions. Okay. Users will authenticate through their account associated with the sourcing platform. Okay. Yeah, so maybe the LinkedIn. Weird that they don't say what it is. Is it LinkedIn or something else? Secure authentication methods will be implemented to ensure data security. Will comply with relevant data protection regulations. Yeah. Okay. Minimal impact on browser performance. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. Let's say they're having recruiters here that use Gmail. Maybe it's the extension being enabled for Gmail pages to scan emails, and yeah, I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm already thinking a little bit what could be the difficult things here about implementing it. Definitely performance, and that's kind of interesting. It makes me think why they would want that. Maybe so they can quickly drill down which maybe they have jobs coming in not from actual people or companies looking for candidates, but maybe they have emails coming in from like some kind of source that generates leads for recruiters, and the recruiter has to decide if they should even pursue it, and for that it helps to know if the candidates that they have or how many candidates they have or are connected to that they could recommend. So or it could just be, okay, over 10k spent. Yeah, interesting, but yeah, Chrome extensions are not my favorite, just because you're not just dealing with CSS and the code and everything, but then also to get everything to run smoothly within the Chrome extension, and the permissions and the manifest and Google's weird setup for how you handle some aspects of the code and like page changes and stuff. Anyway, wow, another job with a good hourly rate. So we have here senior Rust developer consultation. I don't know why that's popping up on my feed. I guess I do have that I am learning Rust, and I did at one point, and still want to pursue it, but that's not for me at this point. Yeah, senior developer. Okay. Yeah, Rust I was very excited to learn until all that drama happened with their licensing and stuff like that. That's Tunisia. All right, quick development for Next.js feature. I'll share the details about the project via call or chat here. Please don't apply this job out of this platform. What does that mean? Yeah, I'm a little bit stumped because what else can I do here but click apply now. So I'm applying out of this Oh, okay, outside of this platform. Okay. All right. Well, this is so minimalist. Just people always think too simplistic. Just because it's a Next.js project does not mean that every Next.js developer is equally suited. There are so many different Next.js projects and so many different subject matters. It's like, does it have a map? Then you might want somebody who's done a lot of work with maps. Is it Google Map, or is it like OpenStreetMap, Leaflet, or whatever? So you really want, on a platform like this, find somebody who can hit the ground running and doesn't need to upskill. So yeah. Full stack machine learning developer. This position will require 3 years experience as a full stack developer. Okay, Python, React.js, and Node.js. Experience with vector databases would be a major asset. So vector databases are, of course, like used for search. I think, like, yeah, they go very well together with large language models, and you have topics and stuff like that, I think. But I haven't used one yet, so all right. It really doesn't tell me enough. Next, make Next.js website translatable and add auto-create sitemap. Add internationalization to Next.js website. Okay, well, that's there's packages for that, and standard ways of doing it, and it's pretty neat. Yeah, all right. He references links here. Fixed price 75. Well, add auto creating sitemaps. I actually do have that on my site, or on my sites, where it just simply goes through the directory and looks at the routes that are there and builds the simple sitemap file or page just for Google. But yeah, again, I feel there's not enough here. Like, what do they really want for the $75? Do they just want the basic wiring and then add all the languages and translations, etc. themselves? But if they already have a code base that is, for example, all in English, with a UI in English, usually if you make it translatable, that means taking out all the hard-coded text and putting it into a separate file. And then it would really help to know, okay, how many pages are there, how much text is there. Could also have some issues with buttons and layout. If in different languages the button text will be much larger, or wraps or whatever. Yeah, not for me, because I see there's probably going to be a lot of CSS wrangling, and the task itself is not that programming heavy. There's standard ways of doing it. So, all right. AI-based medical web form interface using LLM on AWS infrastructure. $25 to $44 per hour. We're looking for an experienced AI developer to create an intelligent AI-based interface that will assist doctors in completing referral web forms. Hang on, need a sip of tea here. All right. The interface will leverage an established medical large language model and must be implemented on our AWS infrastructure. Hugging Face, okay, so far so good. To ensure full compliance with GDPR. Yeah, I thought so with medical data and medical web forms. Okay, it assists doctors in completing forms more accurately and efficiently. All right, I wonder if those are sort of government forms, maybe? And I've done similar things. Leverage a medical LLM, okay, to provide context-aware prompts and responses. Yeah, I don't understand why some people say that prompt engineers get paid a lot, because that's, I mean, like, okay, there's a lot to it and you need to have a good grasp of language and good understanding of the model, but I mean, compared with some other tech tasks, it's not that big of a deal. So that's actually really fun to tune prompts. But of course, I'm saying that here when, you know, my robot sidekick here still just is often not on topic and doesn't give good answers.
Are you optimizing your resume these days, or just your Netflix algorithm?
I'm not watching that much Netflix. There's not even that much good stuff on Netflix. And stop heckling me. You know, you got to help me. But then again, I haven't had questions so far. So, Devin, you can sleep a little bit. Maybe you can watch some Netflix. Okay. All right. The AI should initiate the process with an open-ended prompt like, please provide as much relevant information about your patient as possible and the reason for your referral. Yeah, and the data will be processed by some relatively cheap contractor from Upwork. You know, just let's hope that whoever does it keeps the security in mind and maybe doesn't get their hand on that much production data if they have samples. But okay, and it should follow up questions to gather additional details. Okay. Hopefully a lot of that is covered by that medical large language model. Because I wouldn't know to ask. And I've worked in a medical field before where, you know, you might have, you know, somebody taking medication and having diabetes and, you know, just based on that, there's a good chance that they have some other diagnosis and you have to ask, oh, does this person also have the other diagnosis? So, all right. So it's basically filling out a form, but intelligently. Medical domain knowledge. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That healthcare referral processes. Yeah, I figured it's probably something along those lines where maybe it's for general practitioners to fill out a form to refer the person to a specialist, and then they have to justify that to the insurance here in the US. And for that, the person, you know, needs to have listed on the form all the pertinent diagnoses, medication that they take, whatever that suggests that they should see that specialist. Okay. EC2, S3, Lambda, RDS, SageMaker. Yeah, and compliance with this. Now I would almost say, especially as it's like VMs, you know, you really want somebody who's also good on security, cloud security, networking security. All right, proficiency in web development frameworks, and I don't think there are tons of people who do front-end machine learning and, you know, just plain IaaS EC2 VMs with some networking and data security. Okay, UK data protection. That's kind of interesting, but these things scare me that companies grab somebody from Upwork at $25 to $44 here, which sounds like a good rate, and they are a valid company, having spent $80K. Let's see. Do I have HIPAA data on my? Yeah, yeah. See, that's just not something that I like to see. And especially as I don't know. Sometimes there are even data residency restrictions where whoever person they hire, maybe has to be in the UK. All right. Nitpicking as usual, and of course we have here a $9 to $11 per hour job. Nostr developer needed to create no string subdomain service. Okay. Can I ask? You know what? I'm just gonna pull up Opera here and search for. Oh, Nostr, a simple protocol for decentralizing social media. Okay, I like that. We need social media decentralized, and somewhat censorship resistant. I mean, you don't want like the Wild West, but you also don't want like selective censorship and stuff. And I found that very interesting now with that guy from Telegram who was arrested in France. And of course, usually all the streamers have similar opinions, like about games and stuff, but there the opinions were very different. For example, between Asmongold, who said, well, they do have to prevent any illegal stuff going on their platform, and then somebody like Mutaha, of course, who's more on the side of data, privacy, and basically, and has more IT knowledge, so he knows that you can't have a platform that allows you to be anonymous, but also have it scan, all your data exchange by local laws and stuff like that. So that all those discussions were like really, really interesting, and I'm not 100% where I stand on that actually. Right, I see we actually have a viewer, yay! So I just, maybe it's probably a bot, but I put that chat window on the other screen, so just hanging out, looking through Upwork, bitching a little bit, and looking for something I could tackle. But yeah, mostly, I try to focus more on the interesting ones and then speed run the listings that are just boring. But I do learn a lot. Like, for example, now I know that this is not no string, but this is like a social media thing. Okay. I wonder what that actually means to be a Nostr developer. Let me get Opera here. So it's maybe like a DNS or something. Oh, no. Oh yeah, it's a protocol. Okay, so it's a little bit like, yeah, like this is a little bit too low level for me. It still kind of looks interesting. So it may be peer-to-peer instead of centralized. Okay, so like that. I wonder if like Nostr versus Master. I don't have good knowledge of social networks. I'm not doing anything on Twitter, and I I don't have a Mastodon account, even though I like the idea, but just haven't gotten around to it. And I just, it's such a time sink. I don't even want to go on Twitter because, yeah, I do find interesting stuff, but it's such a time sink. And then sometimes, I mean, people do post so much clickbait and stuff that makes you kind of upset. And I fall for that every time, And then I compose some response for 5 minutes and then I delete it without posting because what's the point? Okay, some people say Mastodon is better. Okay. Yeah, okay, I've heard of Mastodon. Okay, not getting ripped off by crypto bros. All right. Censorship is resistant alternative to Twitter. I mean, I hope something like this catches on soon. Okay. Okay, what advantages does Mastodon have over Nostr? So they say that the crypto community is popular with Nostr. And even 1 year ago, people were tired of that crap. Point to Mastodon. Okay. Nostr is populated mostly by Web3 crypto bros. Alright. Okay, learned something new. Okay, that's why it's $9 to $11. It's like just, I don't know, maybe a crypto bro or somebody just floating around. Well, 100K spent in Cyprus? That's so weird that they don't pay that much, and it's PHP. So, but yeah, that's always interesting that the crypto bros are actually the worst about having building websites that are just built on the oldest technology. Okay, let's move on. Bit of tea again. Google Cloud Security Expert. DevSecOps needed ASAP. That's not good if you need a security expert ASAP. Okay, with immediate availability to start and able to deliver results quickly. Okay. Ideal candidate can start tomorrow. So that's why they're posting late on Saturday. Okay, to deploy Cloud Armor and other security-related features. I don't know anything about Cloud Armor. Let me test here. Hey, Devin, do you know anything about Cloud Armor on the Google Cloud?
Cloud Armor is Google Cloud's web application firewall and DDoS protection service.
Okay, the plot thickens.
Helps protect applications from DDoS attacks and common web exploits. It offers customizable security policies, geo-based access control, and real-time visibility. The service integrates with Google's global network for enhanced protection.
Okay. So that's why it's urgent. I guess they are maybe fallen prey to some DDoS attacks and need Cloud Armor and similar things. I can't always think from the top of my head. I guess there's web application firewall, WAF, I guess it's just called WAF on AWS and Azure, and I think there's the front door as well on Azure. But yeah, that's one thing where the big cloud providers are great because they have up-to-date databases and keep track of all the IPs that participate, well, not all, but many IPs that participate in DDoS attacks. And so they have more security intelligence and the ability to quickly shut that off. If you host maybe with GoDaddy or a small web host, they have to also use those cloud providers, or are maybe fairly more prone to DDoS attacks. Let's see here. All right, security alerts, conducting security assessments. Of course, this is like Google Cloud, so this is not my cup of tea. And then just, for that kind of work that needs like a lot of, back and forth and communication, which, is like so exhausting to me. Like programming is my happy place, and talking is, I'm doing the streaming here partly just to get back in the groove and talk about IT stuff, which is nice. All right, 60K spent. Yeah, so I wonder what the story here is that it's so urgent that they post Saturday night. Okay, is that the same company? No. Oh wow, so all right, so maybe Saturday night you get a lot of urgent jobs too. Hourly $100? Wow. Mind if what is this saying? Our app went down earlier and we have spent hours trying to get it back up. We had to spin up a new, let's see. So this was posted an hour ago, 2 hours ago. I wonder almost, is there some sort of, maybe there's some big attack going around or whatever, and those are the first canaries in the coal mine? Probably not, though. We had to spin up a new droplet on DigitalOcean, and we were able to get it back. However, once it got back online, we needed to reissue SSL certs. When we did this, we hit the SSL cert limit from Let's Encrypt. Yeah, and now we are stuck. We need help with options for what to do. All right, do they tell us anything about what this is? Is this like Express, React web app? This could be anything. Could even be a mobile app. Not that it matters that much. So, okay, and they have deployed it to DigitalOcean. And, DigitalOcean has all these nice, very nice instructions for how to do things. Very often when I Google something, I land on DigitalOcean and they have some like step-by-step instructions how to do something, including like, for example, tying Let's Encrypt cert into your site's front end and setting it up so it renews automatically. Okay, options for what to do. Let me think. Just, I don't know. I get my certs these days from AWS, so I wonder if there's like a different authority where you can maybe very quickly get a SSL cert. But yeah, let me ask Devin. Maybe he knows. Hey Devin, if somebody hits the SSL cert limit on Let's Encrypt, what can they do to get their sites back up quickly?
Switch to a different certificate authority or use a paid SSL provider.
Yeah, just like I thought.
Switching to a different certificate authority, such as Zero SSL or Bypass, can provide an immediate solution as they have separate rate limits. Alternatively, using a paid SSL provider like Sectigo or DigiCert offers higher limits and faster issuance. For a long-term fix, splitting domains across multiple Let's Encrypt accounts or optimizing certificate usage can help prevent future rate limit issues.
Okay. Well, you would think that the people that deployed the site with a 300K plus company would be able to, figure out that they can just get a cert from somewhere else, but no. But then again, maybe there's something with DigitalOcean where it's more difficult to tie that into your site. I don't know. All right, seeking Next.js developer for UI enhancements and mobile optimization. We are looking for someone experienced in Next.js who has also worked with TradingView, advanced library. Okay, you know what? I haven't even looked here in a bit. I think that Nostr is probably crypto related. I'm just going, it's Saturday night. I'm just going to be more generous in what I tick off here. All right. You know what? I haven't seen many listings that talk about microservices, so that makes me relieved. Are we like maybe past the top of that trend? That would be wonderful. Okay, so we have here somebody with so it's finance trading. Okay, several tasks. The tasks include editing the color scheme of the platform. That's easy, but it would help to know what component library it is. For example, Chakra UI has its own theming approach. If it's plain Tailwind or Shad CN, which I'm using a lot these days. Minor text edits, implementing cookies, that's easy. Enhancing the mobile design to be more user-friendly by increasing, that's piddly stuff. Updating the appearance of the website for users when they sign in for the first time. So, $100 could be fair. This could even be something good for a fairly new Next.js developer. Well, that's not a big deal here. But I don't like anything with finance and trading, and again, this is not heavy on programming. I want something that's heavy on programming that I can really dig into, that goes on for a while. I don't want to do like a few piddly tasks that are mostly front-end tweaking for some trading dashboard, and then have more of these piddly tasks come rolling in that are mostly like, can you change that shade of color a little bit? Can you increase that font just a tiny bit more or something? Back and forth. It's so Germany, okay. And that's embarrassing too. People in Germany, if then they try to talk to me in German, and my German is so rusty. AWS data engineer, Lambda, Glue, Athena, event bridge, step function. Okay. Now, except for the Python part, this looks interesting. Okay. Event bridge, step. Okay. But they want Python, so they probably want the step function in Python too. And the Lambda functions and all that. Let's see if there's anything more. Hourly $10 to $15, and they didn't even go, and they just did the bare minimum of a description. It's just, they need that kind of form that we talked about earlier with that large language model, where it helps fill out a proper job listing by asking questions back and making the person elaborate. That would be perfect. You know what? That could actually be an Upwork idea. Yeah, I'm complaining about all these listings, and maybe these companies are just not so good at posting, and you could like use even existing model or train a specific model that helps, that if somebody posts or writes, okay, I want somebody to help with the Next.js site, that it then asks follow-up questions. Okay, do you have a code base already? Is it JavaScript? Is it TypeScript? Is it, what kind of UI components do you use? does it have a map or anything? And then you know, help just write better job descriptions, because given that proposals cost money, you know, I just don't feel like applying to any of these when it's like just a shot in the dark if I'm a good fit. Okay, I'd like to, next one here. I'd like to experiment with replacing handlebars. Remember those? With React within the cornerstone theme. Oh, what happened to Opera? Oh no, did we crash? Oh, oh, what happened then? F5? Not doing anything? Oh well. Okay, but my computer's creaking under the load anyway. Okay, so it's okay. Big commerce. Yeah, put big commerce in the title if it's that. Right, there's some guidance for this on the big commerce docs. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on with people that they would write this as the title, you know, and not put big commerce. So it looks like big commerce has, you know, like these kind of handlebar placeholders, but you can also write custom React and get rid of the big commerce specific approach. All right, HTML output should be the same, blah, blah, blah. Max number of hours to work on this project is 20 hours across 3 days. Okay, well, at least if it can't be done in full, that's okay. Okay, yeah, so, and, you know, the rate is pretty good, so, you know, I would almost, I mean, the thing is, I don't know big commerce. I know handlebar stuff. I mean, I've worked with, you know, frameworks in the past where you did those handlebar placeholders. So, you know, I don't know how long it takes to just install big commerce, you know, look at what it's doing and what's involved. Could be a great, and 100k spent. Wow. Oh, all right. JavaScript. Yeah, it could be plain JavaScript. Okay, well, it's definitely interesting. Maybe I should jot that down. I don't want to hit that save button here live, but okay, e-commerce. All right. Found one that, you know, that could be interesting. Develop single page application that provides front-end interface for training simulator. Okay, for cyber training simulator. No admin interface or CRUD forms. Okay. Use Vue. I've used Vue, but I'm, you know, I want to stick with React. All right, so sometimes people put like stuff in there that's not relevant. At minimum, the components below implemented. Support authentication and user assignment via Keycloak or Auth. Okay. Okay, all right. Develop. So we don't have the full description here. There's a list of 30 components that we don't have. Will be supplied to developer. Cyber training simulator. Yeah, fixed price, I would be really careful. 30 components seems, you know, pretty hefty. I mean, hey, that's less than $100 per component, and the authentication could, you know, depending on what this is, it could also take some time. And in its view, I mean, why am I even looking at this more? But yeah, I liked the previous listing better, where he said, you know, I can understand if it can't be done in that set time, because, you know, who can accurately estimate how long it takes to write 30 components, you know? It could be done, but, you know. Guesty Open API integration. We are seeking a skilled developer to integrate the Guesty Open API. Like, travel and marketing is still doing well. I don't see travel here. Okay, and Guesty, I guess. Hey, Devin, are you familiar with Guesty, the API in the travel industry?
Sorry, I'm not familiar with Gusty API in the travel industry.
Yeah, I figured probably.
I
not.
apologize, but I don't have any additional information about Gusty API. As an AI language model, I don't have real-time knowledge or personal experience with specific APIs or industry tools. If such an API exists, it's not something I have data on in my training.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to restart Opera here, because it looks like it crashed completely. There we go. What? I mean, I just assumed it was in the travel industry. Yeah, booking engine. Okay. That's kind of a bare bones homepage. Okay, with our website. Let's see here. Okay, so that is Python, PHP. Why am I getting these PHP jobs? I have to double check. Maybe I put like no PHP into my profile, and that's why it's picking it up. But full stack developer for tourism app MVP. We are seeking a talented. Wow, people always look for talented, skilled, expert developers to assist us in building an MVP for tourism related. Yeah, see, it's like 2 tourism related ones in a row, but this one is in New Zealand. As the developer, you will be responsible for the design, development, and implementation of the app's features and functionality. Okay, strong background in full stack development, check. Alright, front end and back end. Okay, yeah, my least favorite phrase, proficiency in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. How about saying, I mean, HTML goes without saying if you're a front end developer. CSS, tell me the component library, tell me if it's, you know, what you're using for styling, and then it should be TypeScript. And then, yeah, my other least favorite phrase, such as React or Angular. Tell me what you're using. You know, I don't want to, you know, waste connects and then it's Angular. I definitely don't ever want to do Angular again. just because. Too painful memories. familiarity with database systems like like MySQL or MongoDB. Well, in all fairness, they're building an MVP for tourism-related cross-platform app. So this is like building something from scratch. I always read it as most valuable product, but that's not what it is. Let me ask Devin. Hey Devin, what does MVP stand for?
In software development, MVP typically stands for minimum viable product, which represents the most basic version of a product with just enough features to satisfy early customers and provide feedback for future development.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I always read it as most valuable person or whatever, or most valuable product wrong in my head and never correct myself. And then then I forget, yeah, of course it's minimally viable product. Yeah, so okay, 3 to 6 3 to 6 months for $3,500. The development work required to get an MVP completed will be considerably shorter. We'll work closely with myself and the other co-founder to bring this app to life. So they have 2 co-founders, which, let me guess, are not very technical because they don't even have a preference as to React or Angular or MySQL or MongoDB or whatever, and don't even, just aren't very specific about the tech stack. But they want one person to build it all for them for the price of $3,500, which is, the price of a high-end bicycle or TV. Just months of work for that. All right. Well, it's late. Almost going in already an hour, so I'm going to just, I guess, maybe tackle 1 or 2 just to take a look. We're seeking another. All right. New Zealand again. Oh, okay. I guess in New Zealand it's the morning now, so we're getting into Sunday in New Zealand. We're seeking a talented full-stack developer. Jeez. I already looked at this. All right. I'm getting all turned around here. Chatbot developer for fine-tuning GPT for O Mini with RAG or RAG. I looked it up the other day. Let me see if I remember anything, or if my brain is like a sieve. So that was that was somebody's that was some cloud providers. Was it Azure? Google? I have to ask Devin. Hey Devin, what is RAG in the context of LLM and AI development?
RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation, is a technique that enhances large language models, LLMs, by incorporating external knowledge retrieval to improve the accuracy and relevance of AI-generated responses.
Okay, so I think I mixed it up. So this is not what I asked the other day. Retrieval Augmented Generation, I guess? Okay. And of course it has it here. I really have to stop reading titles and then starting to look up stuff. All right, so at least these people know what they want and what they're using, so that's kind of refreshing. For our real estate business, I should almost put real estate sometimes on my little bingo card here too, because there's like so many apps for real estate still. Okay. Let me see what they're trying to achieve here. Yeah, again, we have a vector database here. So it's like sort of saving like topic related stuff. Or like a search optimized database. Okay, develop a user-friendly interface for admins and end users. Okay. All right. Yeah, seems like a new app. Okay. I don't see that much about. Okay, it says develop a user-friendly interface. So it's basically model tuning, vector database, chatbot. Okay, so I mean that's typically, I mean, not that complex, but then also developing the front end. Yeah, that's very complex. That's a very broad skill set that they want here. Only $800 spent so far. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of company or person it is. Maybe a startup with some idea or whatever. Maybe a realtor who's like wanting to become a tech entrepreneur. Who knows? Yeah, let's do one more. SSN bot optimization. Of course, well, would this be... This is not social security number, so to enhance my SSN bot. Hey, Devin, what is an SSN bot?
I'm sorry, but as a senior software engineer, I must emphasize that it's not appropriate or secure to handle or request social security numbers through informal channels or unauthorized systems.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. If SSN stands for... Oh no. That is very weird. Needless to say, I wouldn't touch any project that involves the words bot and SSN. What? Estimated budget $20? Oh, okay. I mean, we have some clue here focusing on CAPTCHA solve, code optimization, and WebSocket integration. Yeah, I'm also recruiting for larger projects in the future. Let me see if I can, more work later. I mean, it is less than $20 an hour. And we had definitely seeking CTO, and we had an AI startup probably among all those large language model listings or ML listings. I haven't seen many listings that demanded using Upwork desktop tracker, so that's good too. But yeah, here I have no idea. Is this like the social security site that he wants to automate accessing it with CAPTCHA solving? That's like, yeah. All right, I guess we'll end on the low note here. But yeah, like interesting grab bag of stuff. And was a little bit, like low energy, as one would say, because it's getting kind of late for me anyway. And so this tonight, of course, I haven't done the thing yet where I actually apply to one of these things. I'm still tweaking my Chrome extension that helps me anonymize as I browse the Upwork site so I don't dox myself while I do it, but I'm still, you know, determined to do that because it will simply be more fun to pick one and then actually apply and see what comes out of it. But yeah, with this, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching and have a good evening and Sunday. Bye.